Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Andy Poop, and I'm here with the game 2 versus Mukip of the Questing Cup number 4. This is round 1. I picked Greenskins, so he had second picks, and he picked Empire. We both banned Bretonia. I just kind of mirror ban whatever they ban, so we can have like the same roster or the same faction picks. But yeah, this is my pretty standard builds, I think. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orc big guns, 3 squig herds. Wait, 3, right? Yeah, 3. This one in the middle. 2 skulkers to deal with flying lords, and 2 boar biggins, 1 renown, and then a unit of goblin wolf riders. In this map, I probably wouldn't recommend taking the wolf riders because this map is like too small. And there's no vanguard positions, and you can't hide them. I take 2 goblin big bosses on, 1 on spider, 1 on standard, and both of them with potions. And then I take the night goblin with his wall and standard ground. You don't need that other ability he has to reduce archer fire. And then I take shaman with itchy, sticky stabbing, and itchy nuisance, with the little power recharge debuff on him. You don't need the mushroom. It's really not worth it. Your cooldowns are already really short. And he brought, I don't know if this is standard, but I would not bring the Knights of the Realm. So he took 2 Empire Knights, 3 crossbows, 3, 4, 5, 6 spearmen, and 4 great swords with Empire General, probably with pots. Yeah, just the 1 pot and stand your ground. With Manticore and Flock of Doom. So I guess when I looked at this army, I wasn't really too afraid. The only thing the only things that I would probably not be able to handle is just his archers and his flying lords. Or just his archers, because it's really difficult to get around the back with this little tiny terrain. It was kind of camping, but it's okay. Not really, but it's just too small to flank. You can just like counter it really easy. Normally, if there's like an easy spot, let's say like there was like trees over here, you can hide a unit and eventually get them in. Yeah, so my idea was just let my lines meet, because my line will beat his pretty easily, because it begins black orcs and squigs versus greatsword and spearmen, which I should win pretty easily. And I should just keep my orc boys in the back. I think this is a pretty good build versus Empire. I see this engagement. This is not too bad for me. You want the squigs to be fighting great swords, not the spearmen. But I just wanted to break it as fast as I can. Now I put my 2 buffs down. My lord was a little too far. It gets kind of hard when you're trying to micro all these units. Yeah, I think I popped my Skulker ability here soon. And I should be popping it right now though. Yeah, there it goes. It's basically just minus 70 speed and charge. So you basically should have one on each side. So in case their lord lands, you pop your Skulker's ability, then your boar biggins get into them. That's how you kind of try to counter flying lords. You can get your big bosses into them also. His big bosses do decent damage to the Amber Wizard and Manticore. But the Lord, he's a little harder to kill. So this is kind of not like a bait, but it was okay for me. He sent both of his units to try to take out my Wolf Riders, which is okay for me. My biggins are doing nothing here. Or half of them. Black Orcs are not doing anything. I should have had them just already run in here. Yeah, his lord has to be wherever my lords aren't, so he should have been over here, rear charging. Try to break them. But also, you have to try to keep your lords free so they can like try to counter their flying. You can't have your lord in engagement versus infantry while his lords are flying around, because he'll punish you by just terrorizing all your units and making them rout. So you have to keep your lords kind of free or in a good position where they're fighting, but you can get them out really easy. And you have to have an orb biggins to have free also, because you need them to just bog down the lords. But yeah, I got a good trap here. And I have the poison on him from the spider, which is nice. He tried to save him with the manticore, but then he just took a lot of damage still. And I was able to rout him, which is pretty good, but I think I was winning even though. Kind of. I think versus this build it's really hard. Well, it's not that hard, but it's more of a skill matchup, like 50-50. But I find it's a little harder for the greenskin side, because it's so hard to deal with the flying. You just have to keep them, or you have to know what you're doing to try to keep the flyers to like do limited amount of damage. Isn't for this Empire build, your lords are basically what win you the game, because they have the terror, and terror kind of destroys greenskin. With this build that I have, there's other builds that you can do with more black orcs, which is a little better because you don't get terrified as easily, but they do cost more. You have to use them pretty good. But yeah, just with greenskin you don't really have to do much. Just have your main line engage. Because my idea was I'll beat his infantry line no matter what. So if I just play it safe and try to just protect my units from getting rear charged by his lords and his cav, I'll be fine. And have your lords free enough so that they can maneuver around the map really quickly, so you can get on their flying lords. But yeah, it was pretty decent. I probably would not take the Empire Knights. I would probably take maybe 2 extra great swords or something like that. Maybe like some flagellants or the Sigmar Sons. But yeah, in this matchup with Empire, as Empire play, you need to kill the Cav and the Squig herds first, and try to rout the goblins, because after you kill these, then you can kite them out with archers, and you can basically not really get bogged down by the death squad, because then they don't really have any like big units to protect them once their cav is gone. So if you're the archer, you probably get 1 volley off on the black orcs just to whittle it down. Then after the biggins get in range, you start focusing the orc biggins and everything. Let your spearmen be behind your greatswords, so if they get charged by squig herds, you can move your spearmen in front of your greatswords so they can take the charge. The squigs plus biggins, they just destroy greatswords like I don't know what. They're even better than black orcs. They kill them even faster than black orcs. The squiggins plus biggins is pretty powerful right now. The only bad thing is they rout easier than black orcs fighting, and I think they cost more, right? Yeah, 1200 versus 1100. But here's I think another build's probably better, or okay too. Screen skin. This one's more versus like steam tank build. I think I haven't tested it much though, but you can probably take this one just to shoot on this one or the Renown, because they both do a lot of damage to the Amber Wizard, which is really nice. And the Amber Wizard has like pretty low armor, I'm pretty sure. He's flying, yeah, only 50 armor, so they'll do a lot of damage if they can shoot on him. Yeah, this one's fine too. Maybe take like 3 or 2 goblins. You can also do 3 black orcs, 1 beacon on each side, and maybe it's like this also. this is more better versus terror. You have more immune units. So, but yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll upload not round 2 because round 2 I was versus like kind of a beginner because the tournament anyone can join. You know, of all skill levels. It's just to have fun, kind of, and just to practice. So. Round 2, I probably won't upload, but round 3, I gotta buy because they were disqualified for just taking too long, I think. And they had like super lag. It was the other 2 players. So I think I'll be going to like semifinals. I'll show that one and then the finals. Alright, well, thanks for watching.